to walk around with dog biscuits in her mouth.
Yeah, my dog does that too. Or his toys, one or the other.
Well, she's gonna bury it, I assume, at some point. She's not gonna eat it. Oh, here she comes. Yeah, that's try to enjoy the moments you have, I guess. She's something else. I love her to death. Like, I forget how good a dog she is sometimes when I'm walking her. Cause you just get like, I don't know. It becomes a chore more than it does, you know. Cause you gotta do it every day, and she's becoming real used to it. So that means she's like
expecting
every time I come home now. She's expecting it, which, you know, it's not a bad thing. I'm not trying to say she doesn't deserve it, but it's just like, chill, dog. Why are you walking so fast? I'm gonna have to bump it up. I was doing an hour or a half hour. I'm probably gonna have to bump it up 45-minute walks.
Yeah.
Just start extending the walks out. But then winter comes and I'm all fucked.
You can't take those kind of walks sometimes.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about trying boots again with her, because she's a little less less timid with her feet. Because she used to not let you touch her feet at all.
You mean putting boots on her in the winter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a jacket.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting a sweater for him.
Just so that she can go outside.
Because he really doesn't like cold weather. He doesn't like wet weather.
Nope, neither does she. She's not, like, she don't want to be out there if it's raining.
He'll run out there, do his business, run right back in real quick.
Yeah, she'll wait all day to do her business.
Man.
What?
Oh, I'm just looking at my arms.
You need to figure out this healthcare thing, or fuck, man. You're gonna have to be rich to be alive. I mean,
that's the way. That's the way of the world. At least this world.
Yeah, but it used to be back then. If you're rich, you still had the same chance as everyone else, because medicine was not medicine today.
But it was medicine of that day,
which wasn't very good.
Well, it was the best they had at the time.
Exactly. So you still took your chances. Like, chances you live in, rich or poor, were pretty slim. So
see, now you got robots doing surgery.
Oh man,
you know,
pretty soon you're gonna be able to have a doctor from Florida who's a specialist in brain surgery be able to run a robot from Florida
to Michigan.
Yep. That's 5G though. That's that 5G shit. People don't freak the fuck out.
So what's this? Verizon 5G starts November the. It's pretty soon.
Well, November is already over.
Oh. So it must have been December then.
Yeah, because November.
December 12th or something like that?
Maybe.
Yeah, they start their nationwide 5G.
People are freaking out. No one freaked out about 4G.
So why are they freaking out about 5G? Is it that much better?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So what's next after 5G?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing? There's something.
Well, there's something, but
you just don't know what it is yet.
Think of it in this sense. Some guy was on a podcast. This Malcolm Gladwell guy. He's got a really good podcast. If you haven't listened to it, it's an amazing revisionist history.
Okay,
is the name of it. It's really fucking good.
I'll look it up.
It's all he tells stories like I think I told about the McDonald's fries.
It's on YouTube.
No, it's on Stitcher or
okay.
Yeah, any of those podcast places.
I got those.
What's
it called again?
Revisionist history.
Okay.
Like one was about McDonald's fries. They changed. Back in the day, people came at them with this fat kills you type thing. So every restaurant changed their fries from animal fat to plant fat, thinking it would be better, but the reality is it was worse. You know, we found out that you need fat in your diet. It's not something that you should eat all day long.
But you need some.
Yeah, but you need good fat.
Well, it's good fat and bad fat.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, I think they just thought all fat was bad.
No, there was a study. It wasn't even. You have to listen to it because he literally goes into why why all of a sudden fats were just like the worst thing in the world, and why high sugar, like low fat. It was just a trend that became low fat's the way to go, and everything became high sugar.
Yeah.
In order for it to taste good, you gotta if you take out the fat.
You gotta put it in the sugar. It's crazy.
But on one of his podcasts, he had AT&T on talking about their 5G network,
Oh, okay.
trying to explain.
The differences or how it's gonna be better.
Yeah. So like dial-up, there was first dial-up, and then there was 2G and then 3G. 3G, they say, is like 25 items. So if you have a 3G modem, you can fit 25, up to 25 items can be working on it
Okay.
at a given time, and it won't slow down.
It won't slow down.
The 4G LTE, on the other hand, was 1,000 items. So a 4G
Okay.
modem can hold up to 1,000 items. 5G, 1,000,000.
That's a big difference.
That's a fucking like a. You
Monumental.
could basically put a 5G network in a city, in any city around here, and everyone could have Wi-Fi for free. Like, it gives cities abilities to offer Wi-Fi. It gives everyone ability to offer
Wait a
Wi-Fi.
minute. So what makes the difference? What I'm saying is it the satellite? I mean, what makes the difference?
Oh, I don't. They didn't go into that.
See, that's what I want to know.
Well, you got to find podcasts on that. There's probably people out there talking about it, but you got to make sure you don't get the wackos, because there's a lot of people out there who are anti 5G or like, oh, look it, they're using radiation suits.
Oh, okay.
There's
What do
radiation.
they call
suits.
those the aluminum foil hat wearing people?
No, they call them. So, craziest thing. I'm listening to an Alan Watts thing on YouTube, right? And you know who Alan Watts is?
Yeah.
He's dead and gone. I think he died in the 60s.
Yeah.
Or early 70s.
Yeah. I think it was the 70s.
Yeah, 70s. So, he brought up flat earthers. In one of his speeches, he brought up like the fringe. Like, started talking about people on the fringe. And like, because he was talking about society and how America kind of is when it comes to spirituality and things like that. But he brought up flat earthers. And I was like, there was flat earthers in the 70s?
Yeah. Sure.
There was no flat earthers when I was in the 90s. I never heard about
Yeah,
it.
they were.
No, I know, but
Well, you just never heard of
in
them.
my world, there's no, like, it didn't exist.
Right.
Now it exists because the internet's the way it is.
Well, see, the first time I heard of flat earthers, I was listening to Art Bell back in the.
Who's Art Bell? I've heard the name.
Art Bell had the first super popular conspiracy show on radio. It came on. It came out at like 1:00 in the morning. It went from 1 to 5 in the morning, and he had the UFO people on there, the Men in Black people. They talk about conspiracies, all of that.
Really?
Yeah, he kind of started that whole genre.
Genre.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, you said genre. It's genre.
Genre, yeah.
You can say bad words, alright. Thoughts? This isn't dry, but
What is that?
what do you think it is?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I know, that's the point.
What is that? Now, it's a different taste.
Completely, I didn't think the taste was actually going to come through. I was worried that, because when it first, I fucking never smell anything minus the shit that's brand new.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it's wet. So, like, Deadhead, I haven't smelled Deadhead when it's wet. I don't know what it smells like. It probably smells like grass.
That's what
You know what I'm saying? Smelling this, the smell, the original smell that it had when I cut it down went away. And I was worried that it wasn't going to come back. And it's starting to come back.
So what is it?
Blood orange.
That's the blood orange?
One of them, number 3.
It has a distinctive taste.
This is a sex toy.
Oh, that's why.
The latex is coming through.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
That I can taste it now.
Yeah, I was tasting. I'm thinking, what is this taste I'm tasting? It's different.
Oh, it is.
Very
Wildly different. Holy shit.
Very different.
Oh, God, I don't. Oh, man. That's gonna be interesting to see when
I'm trying to figure out whether I like it or not.
Dude,
It's hard for me to figure out whether I like it.
it's sharp. Isn't it weird how it's very sharp?
Yeah, but it has some good parts to it. And then, yeah,
That's what I'm saying. The sharpness is good, but it's got a weird hint to the
something else happening.
The sharpness isn't from like the normal pine or limonene. It's from something else because it leaves a little taste back here.
Yeah, it
not
does.
an OG coat, but a weird aftertaste.
Yeah,
which again,
I've never tasted before.
Me either. But just because we don't like it.
No, I didn't say I didn't like it. I said it has certain little qualities.
Thursday, by the way, 5:30.
Thursday at 5:30.
We're gonna do a show with Zane. We're gonna do at least 2 DNAs.
Okay. 5:30 tomorrow.
I got a blood orange that's in a jar, and I got sorbet number 4 in a jar.
Tomorrow's Thursday. Oh, I'm off tomorrow. I'll have to. I did Michelle yesterday. Yeah. All day tomorrow's open.
All right, good. So, and then if I could find like some DNA from a dispensary, I'd like to get at least one strain from a dispensary. You know what I'm saying? A DNA strain, but it's gonna be really hard to find. Like, I don't know. That'd be really difficult.
Well,
because I know, like, okay, DNA are Skywalker, 18, Kosher Kush, Tangy, 24 karat. That's a DNA, because that's just kosher crossed with. Excuse me, kosher crossed with Tangy is 24K.
Oh, okay.
That's why it tastes like this, but a little bit different.
Yeah, it's different.
Do you taste vanilla or cream in it at all?
Not really. Not really. It's a weird sweetness, though.
Yeah, it's orangey.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's orange. Orange gives off that weird flavor.
Yeah, it's a weird sweetness.
Instead of being lime, it's whatever causes that orange flavor. The
It's
citrus.
interesting.
Well, let me rephrase that. It's the terpene profile that brings out the orange citrus instead of the lime or the lemon citrus.
Okay.
Or the grapefruit.
Or the
'Cause you can get grapefruit
too.
citrus too.
You're right.
Because that's 4 different specific citruses, and you can get them all in cannabis. And this is more orange, but it's got something else on it that doesn't let the orange come through all the way.
But that hasn't been cured, has it?
Fuck, it's not even dry yet.
Yeah. So, yeah. So you can't get really an honest.
No, I'm not. We're not rating it.
Oh, okay.
I just want to see if you can taste it yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not dry.
Oh,
yet.
you can smell it.
You haven't even tried. I know it's starting to come back.
Yeah, you can smell
But
it.
when I first cut it down,
The smell went away.
3 days later or 2 days later, the smell was gone. Now it's starting to actually come back, and you can. Wow, that's such a weird. That's such a weird taste.
It's different. That's why I immediately asked you.
I'm definitely growing it again. It doesn't root up as well as this. Dude, the sorbet number 4 roots like that.
So what's the yield like?
Of
Oh, well,
this.
you didn't.
I don't know yet on this. But the yield on the sorbet was, I got 1.5 ounces off of 1 gallon. That's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Considering the short one only got 3/4 of an ounce. And then the 18, I don't know, it's hanging up there now. I probably barely got 3/4 of an ounce. I bet you, because there's 3 tops and each one's probably 1/4. So I put money on it that it's 3/4 ounce. But this one here hopefully is 2 ounces. Because the sister of it, the one that's in the jar up there that we're going to try tomorrow, which is pulling out some unique, like, it's getting some unique, and it sits in a jar.
Oh yeah, right.
Something's coming out of it that wasn't there before.
Yeah.
So, it might still be manageable, but then again, always got to grow something twice. It didn't hurt me, so if they don't hurt me, you get 2 tries.
What happened to the? That's gone
What?
from yesterday.
That
That's
wasn't
all gone?
yesterday. That was Monday.
I mean Monday.
Yes.
That's all gone.
Yes. And I still didn't have enough. I probably could have took, like, Double O would have took more. He just took 4 instead of 2.
That shit was good.
I know.
That shit was dynamite.
This
man.
is a fucking shake buds and it's good.
That shit.
Did you get anything off that? It's a little up here.
Huh?
That joint, did you get a little up here?
A little bit.
Yeah, just tiny bit,
A little
right here.
Yeah, a little bit.
something not normal. Because I don't usually get in my head.
You usually don't get that?
No, fucking my weed ain't fucking sativa. It may be sativa, like some of it may be sativa to heavy smokers, but it's not to regular smokers.
Oh shit. It's interesting.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, because I got 3 more fucking seeds down there that I'm working on. From the DNA. And then I'm thinking about ordering some more. Just thinking about getting kosher sorbet. Well, it's not actually called that, it's called something else. But it's kosher crusted sorbet. This one called Triple Scoop, which is a haze and a cherry or a grape LA or some grape kosher, some grape cross with sorbet. And then the Dosey Dough.
Dosey Dough.
We gave it good reviews. The one time we got it from the Cannabis Cup.
Yeah.
It was alright.
It was. Funny name though.
What, Dosey Dough?
Yeah.
Named after the fucking cookie. Because the Dosey Dough is a cookie for the Girl Scouts.
Is that what it is?
Yep. It's like, I think the Dosey Dough.
I think that goes back further than that though. I think Dosey Dough is a name of a square dance as well. I think that's where it originated, that name.
Oh, maybe.
When I was up in Alaska, when I first got there, it's hardly any women. I think it's like 20 men to every one woman up there. So I went to university and I read a thing on the thing that says it's going to be a square dance tonight. I'd never been to a square dance, but they said girls were going to be there.
So you're going.
So I went. And there was women there. And they had a dance called the Dosey Dough in the square dance. But the funny thing about this, I go to the square dance, and I'm standing up against the wall with a whole bunch of other dudes, and the girls are on the other side and stuff. And they ask you to dance. And I'm standing there, and I hear somebody say, Rudy Carson. I don't know anybody here. I'm looking around. What the fuck? It was a guy from Highland Park. I used to date his girlfriend.
Date his girlfriend?
I mean, date his sister.
Okay, I'm about to say that'd be a weird relationship.
I used to date his sister, Emma Zook. And he was up there. It was crazy, man. I ran into him up there. But he was like he worked for the Park and Recreations of Highland Park, trimming trees and all that kind of stuff. So he had a lot of expertise in,
dealing with
trees and forestry and all that kind of stuff. But that was ironic. But yeah, that's the first time I ever heard the term Dosey Dough.
Huh. Yeah, it's not a word that
I was listening to Joe Rogan, and they were talking about Alaska. He was talking about when he went up there hunting and stuff.
Yeah. My sister was stationed up there.
Yes, a lot of military up there.
My uncle's up there.
Yeah.
My uncle, he basically retired and moved up there and lived in a camper as he built his log cabin.
Yeah. There's some beautiful log cabins up there.
And then
oh man.
I think he flies people, like you go up there.
He's a bush pilot.
Yeah, he flies you in. He's got
my girlfriend,
single engine.
The girlfriend I had up there, she wasn't a bush pilot, but she had her pilot's license. She had an airplane. And she had a teaching certificate, so she'd fly to the little villages and teach different things to them. Yeah.
No, he'd fly you into fish.
Yeah.
So you'd fly into some fucking...
Good money in that. Very dangerous, though.
Yeah, I'm sure there's good money in it, but...
Oh, there's great money in it.
I mean, how much money are you going to spend up there?
What do you mean, how much money are you going to spend?
Well, think about it. If you're living up there, you're probably living up... Like, you're buying bulk, so you don't spend a lot... Like, you're not going to go...
It depends on where you live up there.
Well, no,
whether you live in the city or you live in the bush.
It's different. But I'm talking about living in the bush, obviously. You're going to spend most of your time hunting and...
Let me tell you, man.
Living off the land.
We hiked. A guy I met up there, he knew some girls that lived. They worked on the pipeline. They were like number 12 and 13 person hired for the pipeline. So they had seniority. He was making big money. He says, I said, damn, man, I wish you had some girls. He said, I know what some girls are. I said, more than one? He said, yeah, man, they're really fine, too. I said, well, what are we waiting for? He says, well, we got a hitchhike to get there.
Hitchhike?
My transmission went in my car. So we went to the outskirts of town, put our thumbs out, and people would pick you up, and it took us about 10 miles outside of town. And he said, okay, let us off here. And I'm looking around, I don't see nothing but woods and snow. He said, come on, man. I get out the car, and he says, put these on. We had to put these snowshoes on and walk 5 fucking miles in snow. In snow about this deep. 5 miles. Up and down hills like this.
For pussy?
Yes, sir.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck in here.
I wouldn't even go to a goddamn bar for pussy. That's how fucking much I wouldn't do. You're talking about walking 5 miles. I mean, I wouldn't do it for Disney.
We walked that 5 miles, and these girls have built a fabulous cabin in the wood. It was not a cabin. It was a log home.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's what my uncle built.
Fabulous. Beautiful, man. And, we stayed there, I think, a couple of days. They had a sauna.
They didn't have a way in and out.
They had a hot tub.
No road, just a hike.
No, it was a road.
Oh.
We didn't have a car.
Oh, so you just had to walk up the road.
5 miles.
I got you.
Yeah, the guy dropped us off at the main highway. Then we had to walk.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were walking through the fucking woods.
We were. We walked through the woods.
No, I know, but I mean like no trails.
No trail. There was no trail.
There's got to be a.
He just took a.
Oh, straight line. He's just like, fuck it, I know how to get there.
Yeah, we just walked in a straight line.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But there's a road. They had.
Oh, there's a road. They had cars and stuff. Yeah. But,
you fools just didn't have no car. How old were you? 19?
No, man. I was in my 20s.
Oh well, that's not much older.
Yeah, I was in my 20s.
In theory.
I don't know, 28 maybe, 27, 28, something like that. But dude, it was just beautiful, It was just beautiful. Then another guy I met up there. This is really funny. Young dude, right? And he kept telling me, man, I want you to come have dinner with me at my place. I said, okay, man, cool. He said, day after tomorrow, you go with me, I'm going to take you to my place. It's really nice, you'll love it. So, okay. So, here again, we hitchhiked, and then we walked, because he was a young guy, he didn't have no car.
Uh-huh.
And so we're walking along, he says, we're here. And I'm looking around. I don't see no house. I don't see nothing but woods. He said, well, we're here. And then I noticed a little area where somebody had taken branches and built a little
just
hut.
a place to.
Yeah.
Shut up.
And that was his place.
Really?
And then I'm telling you, he had
in the wintertime?
I'm telling you, he had a well, this was like in the fall.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't cold yet.
It wasn't cold.
It was around, let's say around 50 degrees, something like that.
But cold as fuck at night.
Yeah. Oh, what he would do, he could come to the university and hang out and find a place to hide, to sleep when it was really cold.
Yeah.
He'd hang out at the university. He carried books around. I thought he was a student at first.
He just carried books hanging around.
He just got hanging around. You could take showers there.
Okay.
But
you weren't in school either, were you?
No, I worked at the university. I worked in the for the catering and banquet part of the university.
Cooking. I did cooking for a long time.
Well, I didn't do cooking. I was in charge of doing all the pots, the big pots and stuff that they cook. Because they had a whole banquet thing. I was in charge of doing that. And then in the student union, I had to keep 3 floors mopped and polished.
Yeah. Oh, that's not fun.
They had these machines.
Yeah, it's still not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
It wasn't that bad.
the most exciting job there is.
That's where I met my love.
Your
Was
love?
at the university.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Oh, God. I don't even want to talk about it. 'Cause one of the biggest mistakes I ever made.
What was that?
Not staying in Alaska.
Oh, yeah? Why didn't you stay?
I got homesick.
And she wasn't leaving.
And then came back. Well, I didn't want to come to Detroit or Washington, D.C. I didn't
Why
want to
not?
come.
What's wrong with Detroit?
Not back then.
What? Oh, this is 70s?
Oh, yeah, not back then.
Oh, yeah, it's really bad.
I mean, she comes from wealth. You understand what I'm saying? Her dad, I think her dad was the head of the college administration and all of that. No, her dad was a novelist. He wrote a couple of best-selling books, and her mom went to university.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
she was beautiful, man.
did you ever
Oh my
look her up again?
No. She was beautiful, dude. Oh.
How old are you? You think she's still alive?
She probably is. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
People die from all kinds of shit.
See, that's
automobile
crazy.
accidents, all kinds of shit.
That's shit you do in your 20s. Like, it's like, because when Facebook and everything came
She
out.
probably won't remember. Well, she probably would remember me, though.
Of course she would.
Yeah, she probably would remember me.
You remember you remember most people that you have some kind of relationship with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even as time goes by, you don't.
Yeah.
You just. It's not a thought. Like, there's certain things, obviously, like, a friend of mine that I don't talk to anymore, she's the one that gave me that nickname that I got.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, every fucking time, but, so.
Yeah.
You move the fuck.
I've been seeing on Facebook, girls I used to date in high school on Facebook.
Shut up.
I'm telling you now. I don't communicate with them, though.
No, I wouldn't.
You know,
but still.
But I see them on there.
Yeah. You want, like, I used to do that stuff when I was younger. Like,
Yeah.
when I was sick. I don't want to say sick. Less awake. I guess you. No,
Okay.
I was depressed. I was going through some shit.
In a bad state.
Yeah, it's just not there. So.
Somebody wants to hear.
Who? Oh, shit. Sorry. See? No bone. She buried it. She buried it in the yard.
And she'll go back and get it later on.
She'll bring it in. It'll be gross.
Yeah.
The greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
She will. She buries like bones, like actual knuckles and stuff, and she brings them in, and they're just fucking nasty. But she thinks they're the best
thing
because it breaks them down a little more, makes it easier for her to chew up.
Yeah, especially at her age. Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. No, she's been doing that since she was a puppy.
Oh, really? That's just how she does it.
Yeah, it's just one of her ways.
Dogs are strange animals. They really are.
They are. The curiosity I have is, like, how much do they actually comprehend?
Or a lot.
You know what I'm saying? How much do any animal besides us comprehend?
They comprehend a lot, but not on our level of what we call intelligence.
But you say level. That's where, like, I saw this thing on Netflix about animal intelligence, and that's where it's really like, are you sure they're not higher?
Well, I didn't say.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I said level. I didn't say who was where.
Okay.
You know, because in certain aspects, they're higher than we are.
Yes.
In certain aspects.
On this planet.
Yeah, in certain aspects.
That's one of the reasons why I think people have a lot of wonder about where we really come from. Are we really, I mean, obviously, there's fossil records, but at the same time, we're different than those fossil records. We just look similar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Was there some kind of influence?
Yeah, was there something that changed it? Because
something had to happen.
Animals don't, unless they're influenced, like dogs, for example, most of them can't survive without humans.
But if you look at it logically, it would have to been something. Because look how many millions of years man was on Earth that didn't really progress. Well, it was real slow. It was real slow.
Yeah, but everything's
slow. But wait a minute, no.
Unless it's forced.
If you go back 200 years, it's a big leap from the last 200 years to now.
Yes.
As far as man's advancement in medicine, science, everything. There may be a couple of things like maybe architecture and stuff like that, but almost everything else. Because why didn't the chimpanzees do the monkey? Why didn't they evolve?
They did in their own ways.
But I mean,
We can't go and survive in their jungle. You get what I'm saying? Just because they can't, they don't.
yeah. But no, I mean,
at the same time,
why aren't they driving cars now?
Because they don't need to. Because of the way their world is. Their world is only set up in a small area where they need to get.
When we were, what do they call it? Cro-Magnon and all that. What did we become conscious of not wanting to drive a car or make a car or make a wheel?
Why are we more virus-like than monkeys?
I don't know.
Because we are. We're a virus compared to the apes. Apes live in their own habitat and they stay in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't ruin the environment like we do.
It's not even that. It's about they don't spread either. They don't they're not spreading. Like humans went from this to they literally on every part of the planet.
Right.
Apes didn't do that. Apes and monkeys and anything like that stayed in certain areas of the planet, and they stayed there because they're not overpopulating that area.
Or maybe they don't have a desire to branch out.
Right. Why?
They didn't have a need to branch out.
Everything has that need.
Everything that they wanted was where they were. You understand what I'm saying?
Which seems why, but that's all animals. All animals, even the ones that eat shit, like lions, don't. You don't.
You got migrating animals.
Migration's different though. Migration's in patterns. That's actually going to happen because of the way the world is. They've learned how to survive the best, so they migrate to the best places for the better chances of survival.
True.
That's different than staying in that migration pattern, and where humans migrated, and then they went, fuck it, we want it all. And they migrated everywhere to the point where we're leaving the planet.
Oh, see, I think that
we're leaving the planet.
Well, I think that's because of man's...
But what brings that on? Why is there no other creature on the planet that has that same desire?
Because they don't have the greed, the ego, the need to discover and to conquer. Man, for some reason, that's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm making. Something happened somewhere along the line. I don't think it was that long ago. Something happened to give our species a brain that thought about things
that connects to the
that thought about things that weren't there.
What about
inventing?
What about think about this? What if it gave us a brain that actually connects to the universe?
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like the higher self, where everyone else, all other animals are just egos in the body. And if you get like a dog is less egotistical because it's more human-like, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
In a sense, you know. Throw it in the freezer. Did you go get a haircut or something?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You sure did.
Oh yeah, you got that date today, don't you?
No, not now.
Ah.
Not now.
Damn. I don't know, because that's what I've been thinking about lately. Like, one of my theories I've put out there is that the ego is, like, the ego itself is nothing more than the body, and the body wants nothing more than to survive.
So do you think...
In the same way a dog or a ant does.
So do you think the caveman had an ego?
Yes. But I don't think... Yeah, I think what I'm saying is we started with the ego. And then the higher self started getting it, like, somehow, some way... one of us in the past ate a mushroom or ate a psychedelic that then opened up the mind to the higher selves and started bringing higher selves into the fucking consciousness. And then once that happens, it changes, because they've already shown that genes can change in a lifetime. By doing certain things, by being healthier, you can pass on healthier genes.
Okay.
Period. Because your genes change over the years. They cycle out. So if you're doing healthier things, if you're eating healthier food, if you're exercising more, if you're not drinking pop, if you're drinking more water, the healthy shit, blah, blah, blah. The kid that you have before you started doing that is more likely to be unhealthy compared to the kid that you have after you started doing it.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? So...
Well, that's not absolute, but...
No, that's just theory. Right. All this is theory. Nothing's absolute in my head. Well, minus a couple things. Obviously, gravity's real and this shit hurts. But is the Earth round? From what I can see, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've been on this planet driving a fucking car and felt like I was racing against the fucking Earth. Felt like the Earth was moving underneath me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the Earth is round. Flat don't do that.
Flat don't do that.
Flat don't move, man. You eat enough edibles, I shit you not, you will feel what the Earth feels like.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happens with mushrooms too at times.
So we're not in a simulation then, huh?
Well, maybe.
We're not in a simulation. I think that. Oh no! There's no way we're in a simulation.
Oh, there's a way we're in a simulation.
There's definitely a way we could be in a simulation.
What do you mean there's no
Hold
way?
on a second. Me and him could just be fucking figments of your imagination of what you remember us being, and you could be in a deep sleep in the future, having this dream of trying to VR living your life again.
And what is a dream?
Yeah.
What's a dream?
Simulations?
I think that's actually. I was talking.
A dream is a simulation.
I think that for me right now, I think it's either A, consciousness, the place where consciousness exists, call it like an astral world or something like that, or
a different plane,
or it is where your ego runs wild, where all your day-to-day, where everything comes together and you try to take all the things that you don't understand and put them together in a pattern, and that makes
you
the
understand.
dream. So I think it's one of those two things right now. That's just
could
how
be
I
a
feel.
simulation. It really could be. I'm almost leaning that way a little bit.
Would you,
a little bit.
Would you?
But you meditate.
Huh?
But you meditate, don't you? No.
That's got nothing to do with
what's that?
being a simulation.
All right.
You don't think there's going to be
The
meditation?
simulation could be me meditating.
Exactly. You don't think they're going to put that in the simulation?
What you reach in meditation, that the peace,
Oh,
the
no one said
understanding.
no one's reached enlightenment. We're just meditating. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Do I see the ones and zeros? No. But I sit in my head for 15 minutes every day.
Man, when consciousness peaks out and you can actually know that there is something in control, when you understand,
there is nothing in control. Every time I get to that point, I figure out that we have no control over any of it.
Yeah,
no, that's it. Because I have control over. I look at it as I have control over everything in my being, based on my decisions. Like I have to work for it and like cause and effect. I live in a world of cause and effect.
I get that.
That's true.
That's nothing to do with control, though.
But that is control. The acting, the power to be able to act is control. No. Because you're deviating a situation, that is control, but that's what I'm saying. Consciousness.
But see, we're all actors.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's a simulation, because we're all actors. When you think about it, it's like somebody could be watching us right now, like a television show.
They are.
Like,
I think it's just a video game.
What's that?
No, it's more of video. Think of it more of a video game than an actual television show. It's just your higher self went, you know what? I want to go play life a little while. I want to learn some shit.
So you come to Earth.
You come down to Earth, or whatever fucking other reality there may be.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whichever one you choose.
Yes. And even then, you get lost in it because that's the point of the game. It's not made for you.
Or you like it a lot and you want to stay in it as long as possible.
No, the whole idea is it's a hard game. It's not a game meant for you to fucking just boom win. It's meant for you to actually try to figure out. Like, you're not supposed to know it's a game. And if you figure it out, then you just move on to the next game.
I got an idea. So you've been to the Science Center where they've got like the marble and it goes down the track and then it drops down the hole and then another track.
And the lights up match and all that.
Yeah, all the cool things, and that's a good way for the way that type of game you're talking about. Like I look at it as like that is it. That's what life is. Like you could call the life cycle or each individual person the ball, and it takes reaction to get it moving down the path. And it goes steady on the path, and sometimes that ball gets caught. And it takes a reaction to get it going back on the track, but it's a big giant
That's
loop.
getting back to thinking you actually have control of whatever you choose. Half of your decision making is controlled by the things inside your gut. Plain and simple. You drink that every fucking day because your gut needs it. Your gut has learned to live off of it, so it needs it as fuel as if your car needs gas.
But you act like I couldn't stop this tomorrow.
No, I didn't say you couldn't.
No, you didn't say that.
I didn't say that. But you still keep making the choice to do it, knowing that it's killing you. It's not even like you're drinking a pop, which is killing you too. I did the same shit.
Worse.
No, it's not. It's the same.
A soda is way worse than the beer.
Your liver cannot tell the difference between soda
I am
alcohol.
able to, yes, fermented alcohol versus beer.
They just found out that your liver can't tell the difference in sugar. Sugar is sugar. Whether you eat it or you fucking drink it or you drink it one way or another, it's all sugar. Your body's only able. Now, there's not as much sugar in this as there is in a pop.
Yeah.
That I stand corrected on that. So that for that instance, yes, that's not as bad for you as a pop.
Yeah.
But in theory, it's still bad for you.
They know that processed sugar is correlated to cancer now.
Again,
they know that if
but
you have
they know
sugar,
that also causes fucking liver failure. So don't act like it's a fucking peachy cheese.
Yeah,
if you drink it on a regular basis, 12 packs a day,
I'm not
12 pack a day, your liver by the time you're 40, if you're lucky, will be fine. Because there's tons of people I know that smoke cigarettes up the ass and they have no lung problems.
But that's a vice I choose because
no, I get that. But again, my point is, it's a choice. My point is you're only making half the choice. That's it. That's why most people can't quit sugar.
That's why it's a simulation.
What?
Your choice to drink beer. Why did you choose to drink beer?
Oh,
why did somebody else choose to drink tea? Somebody else choose to drink coffee.
I know why. I
because that's your role in the simulation.
Yes.
All right.
We're gonna end it on that one.
Ooh,
I'm sorry.
yes.
That's about that.